everybody. This is Brian Loebig of Loebig Inc. Web Consulting, coming at you live on the I'm a Brand channel. I'd like to say thank you to the replay viewers for checking out the this I'm a Brand broadcast. Please consider joining our growing global network to access our internal professional networks, our mastermind groups, and unbridled access to speakers like myself, of course, Brian Loebig, Jamila Corbett, Valencia Daniel, Jennifer Benton, Dallas Gordon, and so many other amazing business entrepreneurs in the I'm a Brand global network. Visit imabrand.co, which is the premium network, to sign up and become part of this. It's iamabrand.co. I see my brother just joined, the first one in the group. I'm very proud of you, older brother. Skip. If anybody else with the name Loebig joins, I guarantee I'm related to those people. There's Levi. See, my family is starting to come. So what I'm going to be talking about today on this I'm a Brand channel, hey bro, is how to leverage family and friends to get referrals, to get business referrals. When I first started off in my business, back in 2010 is really when I got my own business kicked off. I was originally working at a large statewide nonprofit called Lutheran Family Services of Virginia. And it was like during that 28 to 2010 kind of bubble burst and economic downturn where I laid a bunch of people off. I was the chief operating officer and I got laid off then. And so my wife was in medical school at the time. And so we prayed about it and we decided, why don't I just go and start my own web business. I've always done websites. I've been doing websites since 1997 when I graduated from Marquette University. My master's degree was in business administration, as with a strong focus on nonprofits and technology. And so I've always been involved with, kind of websites. And so that's the time when I really made the decision to take the leap into entrepreneurship and start my own business. Hi, Heidi. Hello, Maria. All the Loebig clan is joining. I'm really pleased. So again, what I'm talking about today on the I'm a Brand channel is leveraging family and friends to get referrals. And so I wrote, one of the things I did to kind of get referrals early on was to do some guest blogging, some guest posts. And so I had written a guest blog article on a website called Think Entrepreneurship, and it was the top 5 ways that a new entrepreneur was getting his referrals. And so one of the first ways that I was getting connections and referrals. Hey, Abby, nice to see you. Hey, Mark. One of the first ways that dork, you're the dork, Heidi. One of the first ways I was getting referrals was really through connecting with family and friends. And so when I decided to take that leap into entrepreneurship, there's Gabe. The entire Loebig clan will be in this broadcast today. So when I was first, thinking about getting referrals, I was doing a lot of kind of prospecting on Craigslist. I was doing some volunteer stuff. I was joining like lead type programs, lead sources like Thumbtack. But one of the first ways was really connecting with those family and friends. And so one group of friends that I had in Philadelphia was kind of a group of technology buddies. When I've always done web design on the side. And so I've always worked with some other, techie people. And so when I decided to make that leap into entrepreneurship, I contacted Robert Dorfman of Peregrine Associates and Ted Tyree of the website Parking Lot. He's a guru, like a web coding genius, really. Developed his own custom content management system that I worked in for many years, developing websites. And then Lamar Childs, and the 4 of us got together to kind of brainstorm. They really helped me brainstorm my own business plan, and came up with, they really helped develop my first website, loebiginc.com. I've had that for many years. And so they helped kind of create that website, rebrand it as my own business, and then move forward. And so the first way I was really starting to get business as an entrepreneur was by connecting with all those families and friends. So we have a very large family, and I have a lot of friends. My parents moved around a lot, and so I got to I went to 3 different high schools, I think. 1, 2, yeah, 3 high schools. Sophomore, junior year was Precious Blood Seminary. And so, so I had friends and, family from all over the United States, really, mostly kind of Midwest and East Coast. And so I started connecting with them. So I was very into social media, and as I still am. And I really, as I started my business, I really made it more of a strategy to, an intentional strategy to really connect with all those people I know. And so when I went on LinkedIn, one of the things hey Jordan, one of the things I did when I joined these social media networks was I started connecting with everyone I know. And I still do that to this day. I have about 1,500, I think 1,600 people on LinkedIn that I'm connected with. And I know every single one of those people personally. And so my strategy around social media, especially like business social media like LinkedIn, is I connect with everyone I know personally on those social media accounts. So for, step 1 is like filling out and branding yourself well, using your same headshot across all those platforms, and then really just connecting with everyone you know. I still, to this day, like 10 years later, I still make it a regular activity. At least once a week, I go in there. There's April. Hey, April. Once a week, I go into LinkedIn, for example, in bed on my phone, and I'm just like scrolling through LinkedIn and connecting with everyone I know, because they, the internet knows your life. And so if somebody's connected to somebody, they'll make a suggestion like, do you know this person? Do you know this person? And so if I know them, I will connect with them. Even if I don't like them, I'll connect with them. I really get along with most people except Heidi. So connect with family and friends on social media. So I use Facebook a little differently. My personal Facebook is really personal. I only connect with family on that platform, really. I've got a few friends, a few colleagues, but they have to know you pretty well. You have to come into my house usually for me to connect you with you personally. On Facebook, LinkedIn, it's everybody, pretty much everybody I know, family, friends. I'm also on other social media accounts. You want to be on the social media accounts where you think your customers are. And when I first started my business, I was thinking, I'm not sure where my customers are or potential customers. And so I'm on all the major social media networks, Google Plus, Pinterest, of course, Instagram. That's like my latest favorite platform. Twitter, of course. I've gotten business from every one of those platforms, except probably Pinterest. I don't think anybody's hired me off Pinterest yet. But I've connected with people on there. And so, fill out those profiles completely, connect with all your families and friends. That's kind of like step 1 for leveraging. Again, if you're just coming new into this broadcast, I welcome you. This is the I'm a Brand premium network. This is the open public Facebook page, but the I'm a Brand.co, IamAbrand.co, that's a premium business network that I'm privileged to be one of the leaders and speakers in that network. And so that's what you're listening to here today. And so I invite you to kind of check that out. If you're interested, if you're running a business or you're entrepreneurial, I invite you to check that out. And so I'm talking about leveraging family and friends to get referrals. If you have any questions, feel free to, type those. I'm watching them in a different screen over here. So the second way, so step 1 is, connecting with your family and friends on social media, on the internet. And then step 2 is promote your services and businesses on those platforms. So once you connect with people, let them know what you do. Let them know you do web design. Let them know you do business coaching, consulting, whatever it is. Just because you connect with them, let them know what you do. So that's really step 2. And then when you let them know what you do, let them know how you add value, how you solve problems, so that they can start to see how you might help them in their lives. They can see how you might be a good referral source for other people within your very tight, family network. So that's kind of like step 2. Step 1, get on social media, connect with a lot of people. Number 2, promote your services and business. Let people know how you add value. Step 3, I came up with these steps when I was really developing my business. Step 3 is ask for help. And so when I was first starting my business, I needed a lot of help. I didn't have all the skills I needed to develop a complete website back in the day. And so I didn't have the money to invest in that, because at that time I was laid off. My wife's in medical school. I was getting my money. I was coming from unemployment. And so I asked for help. I have friends that gave me free server space. Ted Tyree to this day is one of the most generous business associates I have ever seen in my life. And he still hosts websites for free. He helps my customers for free. He works with Comcast and major organizations, and still, gives of his time to his family, friends, and nonprofits that he connects with. And so ask for help from your family and friends. One of the people that I ask for help regularly is my father. I really see my own father as a business mentor and a guide. My dad ran a large multi-state healthcare system in the Midwest, over $1 billion healthcare system. He was a CEO. And so what an amazing source of leadership and business consulting that he has been in my life. I regularly talk with him about what I'm doing in my business. He marvels at all this technology stuff. He's in his 80s now. He's retired many years. But his advice is some of the most sound advice. He's always telling me to get more sleep, of course, and telling telling my son to stop playing football, which is not going to happen because he's concerned about concussions. But my dad, if you have people with very specialized skills that are related to your business, ask them for help. People are really willing to help, but you have to ask. A lot of times when we get in business, we don't want to ask people in our close network for help because we don't want to feel like we're imposing on them. But a lot of people really take it as a compliment and want to help you, succeed in life and in business. And so, ask for help. That's one thing. I used to work as an alcohol and drug counselor, and it was one of the main things I would tell my clients is ask for help. Don't try to do this on your own. You've always tried to do it on your own and you have failed. So let's try something different. So that's step 3, ask for help. Step 4, how am I doing on time? I thought this was going to be like a 5-minute presentation, but it's going to like get past 15 minutes. So step 4 for how to leverage families and friends to get referrals, kind of especially as a new startup business, is to offer advice. So ask for help, number 1. Number 3, number 4, ask for offer advice and help. So if you're starting a business, I assume that you've got some kind of a skill or product or service to offer that's going to be of value to other people. So offer your advice and help to other people, and feel free to offer, especially when you're just starting. It's not a bad idea to offer that for free. Now, Jamila might argue with me that you don't want to give your stuff away, but when you're first starting off in business, what you have in abundance is usually time and not enough clients. And so one of the things you can do to get clients is to, and Gary Vaynerchuk will tell you this too, is offer your services for free to start getting in the door. That's really like through volunteer activities, but I would say start with your family and friends. What can you do for your families and friends? She's holding her face. Free, no. Offer your family and friends some support, some services that you provide, so that you can start to build up recommendations or referral sources from customers that you don't have. If you don't have any customers, you need to get them. Sometimes you can get them by offering your services for free and then leveraging that free service into recommendations. And so just don't offer it for free and get nothing out of it. Ask for written recommendations. Ask for them to refer you to somebody else. And don't leave the door open to manage their website like if you're offering web design services, don't tell them you're going to manage their website for free for the rest of your life. Tell them you'll help them kick off their website, and then ask them for a recommendation or a referral to somebody else. That has really worked quite well for me. And again, I'm talking about as a startup business and kind of as you're just getting yourself going as a business. So that's number 4. Number 5 is ask for introductions. Skip says people just fall asleep around him when he offers his services. That's because he's an anesthesiologist, so he knows he's doing his job right if that happens. So the next thing is ask for introductions. So one of the things, and do that with your families and friends. Do that with just people within your circle of influence, your circle of control. Is ask for introduction to other people. So if your customer is a very specific type of business, or if you're trying to build a niche around, let's say, like one of the niches that I was really pursuing when I first started my business was car dealerships. And so I would ask for referrals to, do you know anybody who manages a car dealership or somebody who's in that space? And so 9 times out of 10, with all the people, if you know 50 or 100 people, they're going to know 50 or 100 people. It's really exponential. And so start to ask for introductions from people. And the beautiful thing about social media is it's pretty easy for people to make an introduction, especially like on LinkedIn. If you're looking for somebody, I could do a whole broadcast on LinkedIn prospecting, how to connect with people on LinkedIn that you don't know directly. So that's one of the reasons I connect with a lot of people on LinkedIn, because once you connect with people as a first level connection, you're potentially able to see be in connection with all their first level connections. There'll be a second level connection to you. And so if you start to look and see, do some advanced searching on LinkedIn, you see somebody runs a car dealership in Richmond who's connected to your brother in Iowa, you can say, hey, Billy, do you know this person, and could you make an introduction? It's very easy to do on LinkedIn. That people don't have to be, don't have to make a physical introduction. So ask for introductions. Hey, Katie. Oh, one of my old peeps from Lutheran Services in Virginia. So what I'm talking about, just to do a little refresh or reboot, like Jamila would say, is you are watching the IamAbrand.co channel. This is an international network of entrepreneurs and business owners, and I'm kind of one of the team kind of leaders or speakers in this network. And so we have kind of like a calendar of daily broadcasts, and this is just one of the broadcasts we have. And what I'm talking about today is leveraging family and friends to get referrals, especially as a startup business, as when you're first starting off. Instead of getting, as you grow in your business and you develop a brand and you get recognized in the community, you start getting a lot of word of mouth referrals from people you've done business with. But when you're first starting off, the people is your family and friends. You have no customers. And so you really want to connect with your family and friends on social media. You want to get on those social media platforms, use them. Step 2 is you want to promote your services and your business. Let them know what you do, how you add value, all your families and friends, and then ask for help from those people. I got a lot of help when I was starting. Offer your advice and help to those people so they can see, the value you add. And then number 5 was ask for introductions. And then the last step, thank you, Jamila. Hey, Lawrence, I'm going to be in Wisconsin this weekend. I'm going to be flying to Milwaukee for the Marquette University 1997 Executive MBA reunion. Actually, it's been like 20 years since I graduated in 1997. We were the first graduating class of Marquette University. And so we're having our 20-year reunion. It's actually an entire School of Business, I think, reunion. And it just kind of coincides with the 20-year reunion for the Executive MBA. So I'm going back to get together with all my buddies. We were the first graduating class of Marquette University. I think Elder Carmen has fallen asleep. Is that the emoji that I'm seeing? I'll try to pick it up. We're closing soon. So connect with your family and friends. We're talking about leveraging family and friends to get referrals. Connect with your family and friends. Promote your services and business. Let them know how you add value. Ask for help as a new business. Offer advice and help. Ask for introductions for people. If you're looking for a specific type of business, ask for those introductions of friends. And then the last thing is invite them to purchase your service or to hire you. And usually that's the last thing that I do. It really comes naturally. Once they see the businesses, the services you offer and the value you add, they'll start to see how you could help them. And so that's really how I initially started my business back in 2010. And I am making probably 4 times more right now than I was working as a chief operating officer for a statewide nonprofit. And my business grows about 40-50% per year just from lots of business networking, online networking. This community, this online community of I Am a Brand is a great example of how you can really grow and expand your business through really an international network of business professionals. And so that's really my spiel. We were talking about leveraging family and friends to get referrals. I'm going to be participating on the I'm a Brand Network weekly. So I have kind of a weekly show. Next week, I'm going to be talking about Craigslist prospecting and Craigslist ads, and how to get, as a new entrepreneur, how I got a lot of business, how I got some of my biggest customers through that very simple platform. And I'm going to share some of my strategies I still use it to this day. I still probably get 1 or 2 new customers still through Craigslist. You might think is ridiculous. A lot of my customers, I've had plastic surgeons do some advertising on Craigslist, and they've gotten, business through there. Sounds ridiculous, but you can really set yourself apart on that platform. So that's what I'm going to be talking about next week. And I appreciate everyone coming. And just to let you know, again, my name is Brian Loebig of Loebig Inc. LLC. I became an LLC last year, so I'm kind of proud of that. Our motto is fueled by coffee, creativity, and music to provide SEO, web design, and social media solutions. And so the creativity and music, I used to play in a bluegrass band, and so if you go to my website, you'll see this mandolin in the header. And so I'm going to kick off or end this broadcast with a brief little mandolin ditty to finish the show. So thanks for chiming in, everybody, especially all those Loebig family and friends. Hey, Dana. Have a great evening, everybody. See you next week.